Have you ever asked yourself, is it still safe to travel in your 70s? Well, Mabel sure didn't. At 72, she had big plans. Paris in spring, flamenco dancing in Spain, maybe even a camel ride in Morocco. But what started as a glamorous getaway quickly turned into a wild roller coaster of airport drama. Unexpected medical issues, and an encounter with something called globe-trotting trots. In this video, we're refollowing the hilarious and cautionary tale of Mabel's attempt to see the world before it's too late. We'll break it down into 5 essential lessons every older traveler should know. By the end of this video, you'll laugh, learn, and maybe even rethink your bucket list. So grab your herbal tea, put your feet up, and stick around, because the last lesson on this list might just save you from making Mabel's most ridiculous and expensive mistake. Number 1, your knees don't know you're on vacation. Mabel was convinced her body could keep up with her adventurous spirit. My knees are vintage, she said, but they still work. She didn't even flinch at the idea of a 15-hour flight to Barcelona, until, of course, hour 4. That's when the swelling started. She crammed herself into a middle seat between a chatty college student named Tanner and a man who smelled aggressively of boiled eggs. By hour 6, her knees had locked up. By hour 9, she couldn't feel her ankles. It's like someone inflated me from the waist down, she whispered dramatically to the flight attendant. Here's the truth. After 70, traveling takes a serious toll on your body. Long flights, sitting for too long, hauling carry-ons through endless terminals, none of it is designed for older joints. Medical fact break. Seniors are at higher risk for deep vein thrombosis, muscle strain, and fluid retention during long trips. That's fancy talk for your legs might swell up like overcooked bratwurst. Mabel's pro tip. She now wears compression socks that look like disco leggings. Sets alarms to stretch every hour and pays the extra $49.99 for aisle seats. It's cheaper than knee surgery, she says. Number 2. New places, new germs, new problems. Once she landed, Mabel was ready to dive into local culture. First stop? A street taco in Madrid. If it's not spicy enough to make me cry, what's the point? She said, biting in. 8 hours later, she was crying all right, curled up in the hotel bathroom, clutching her stomach, Googling, "Can you die from tacos?" As we age, our immune systems don't bounce back like they used to. Mabel learned this the hard way thanks to something called non-regulated street meat. Did you know? Seniors are more likely to experience severe symptoms from foodborne illnesses like salmonella, norovirus, and whatever Mabel had syndrome. Plus public spaces like airports, cruise ships, museums are crawling with germs, and the only thing they sanitize more than their hands is your bank account. Mabel's pro tip. She now travels with a mini pharmacy in her purse, hand sanitizer, probiotics, and what she calls her Spanish revenge kit, activated charcoal, electrolyte tabs, and one very bossy antacid. Also, no more tacos from street vendors. Unless it has a Michelin star or comes with a receipt, it's a no for me. Number 3. Jet lag is just a fancy word for brain fog. In crankiness, day 3 of her soul-searching journey in Europe, Mabel was still wide awake at 3 a.m. Binge-watching telenovelas and having full conversations with the hotel minibar. I thought jet lag just meant you were sleepy, she said. Not that you'd forget your cousin's name and try to toast shampoo. The older we get, the harder it becomes to adjust to time zones and routine changes. Circadian rhythms slow down, and sleep recovery takes longer. What takes a 30-year-old one day to adjust to can take someone over 70 a full week or more. The result? Exhaustion, brain fog, grumpiness, and in Mabel's case, 2 missed tours and a meltdown in a cafe over weak coffee. It's in a very stern talking to from a flamingo instructor in Seville. Mabel's pro tip. For her next trip, she packed melatonin, a white noise machine, and blackout curtains you can suction to any hotel window. She also now lands, naps, and refuses to sightsee until her brain stops thinking it's 3 a.m. Sleep is sacred. So is sangria, but never at the same time. Number 4. Cobbled streets plus cute shoes equals orthopedic disaster. Mabel had this vision of herself strolling down ancient European alleys in a flowy scarf and ballet flats. She even bought a selfie stick. But reality hit when she tripped on a cobblestone, twisted her ankle, and landed in the arms of a mime. He didn't break character. She spent the next 72 hours limping around Florence with her foot wrapped in a scarf that cost €80 and smelled like espresso. Truth bomb. Falls are the #1 cause of injury for seniors. Uneven streets, poorly lit hotel corridors, and surprise stairs are everywhere when you travel. One misstep can change your entire trip. Mabel's pro tip. She now wears orthopedic sneakers disguised as European minimalism. She also carries a foldable cane. She's named Susan and uses her selfie stick as a fourth leg when needed. Balance is not just a mindset, it's physics, darling. Number 5, if the trip doesn't break you, the bill might. Let's talk money. Between currency conversions, medical emergencies, and that one time Mabel confused euros with yen, please don't ask, her budget trip ballooned into a second mortgage. But the real shock came when she realized her insurance didn't cover medical treatment abroad. That sprained ankle, not covered. The hotel room she had to cancel last minute, non-refundable, and the minibar cashews, $14. The reality is, most travel insurance doesn't cover seniors unless you specifically request high-risk coverage and Medicare. Useless once you leave the country. Mabel's pro tip. She now checks every travel policy like it's a Tinder date. No coverage, no second date. She also uses a preloaded travel card instead of credit cards to avoid scams. And she always books with cancellation insurance, even if the hotel claims you won't need it. Oh, I'll need it, Brenda. Trust me. Conclusion. Travel is still possible, but not without sass, snacks, and strategy. So, what did we learn from Mabel's globetrotting escapades? 1. Your knees are not immortal. Respect them. 2. New foods may come with new consequences. 3. Sleep like your sanity depends on it because it does. 4. Fashion is fun until it sends you flying into a mime's arms. 5. Insurance is sexy. Read the fine print. Traveling after 70 isn't impossible, but it requires planning, humor, flexibility, and maybe a foldable cane named Susan. As for Mabel, she still travels, but now she chooses shorter flights, quieter towns, and hotels with elevators. Her motto? Adventure is out there, but so is the R. Pack wisely. Thanks for watching. If Mabel made you laugh, cry, or second-guess your next vacation, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with the globetrotter in your life. And remember, never trust street tacos with no napkins. Till next time, stay safe, stay sassy, and maybe just watch the Travel Channel instead.